Yo, welcome to 20 Twice, man. We back in the building. You know what I'm saying? I probably should stop saying that. It just sound hella cool. But nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm still in the man cave, man, just trying to get something lit down, you know what I'm saying? Something put down, you know what I mean? But welcome, you know what I'm saying? Welcome. Always appreciate it. Welcome to 20 Twice, episode 18. Episode 18, man. Yeah, like I said, man, crazy to be on episode 18. I guess we legal. We legal now. You know what I'm saying? I guess we legal. You know what I mean? I guess we legal. I don't know what to say. I guess we legal. You know what I mean? But get it out the way, man. Let me get it out the way, man. I like to thank everybody who take their time out, or their day, their night, or whatever it is at work, lunch break, breaks, or whatever it is that you do. You listen to my podcast. I appreciate it, man. I think it's the dopest thing ever, man. To hear somebody listen to you, man, or you rant or you say what you feel, you know what I mean? I appreciate it. The feedback that I get, you know, when I see people or they text me and tell me, oh, man, I heard that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, hey, I appreciate everybody who now listens to the YouTube channel and watching the videos on YouTube. You know, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everything, you know what I mean? And, you know, like to shout out everybody for that, you know, and I wanted to shout out this for the platforms that we own that, you know what I mean, you can reach out, you know, and listen to the podcast there on Anchor. You know what I mean? That's where I started, you know what I mean? They, you know, it helped me out. Anchor made it easier for me to get out here and get on this platform to even start this podcast. So Anchor, you know what I mean? Breaker, we on Breaker now. You can listen to the podcast on Breaker. You can listen to it on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, you know what I'm saying? Apple Podcasts, you know what I mean? You can listen to it on there. Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and, you know, Spotify, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Just some, you know what I mean? Just a couple of places, you know what I mean? Just a couple of places where you can listen to the, you know what I mean, to the podcast if you want to listen to it. Just a couple, you know what I mean? Not much, but we just trying to do a little bit. Just a little, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? When it's at episode 18, I was trying to figure, like, man, let me think about this. How can we figure out something? It's episode 18. You know what I mean? I figure it out. But I was thinking when I was 18, you couldn't tell me shit. You couldn't tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? I could be dumb as hell at 17. As soon as I turned 18, I think I'm the smartest nigga in the world. You can't tell me nothing, man. You can't tell me anything, man. I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing. You know what I mean? If I'm the only person that did that, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me. I don't know if anybody else out there did that when they was 18. Like, man, you can't tell me nothing. I know everything. You know what I mean? Couldn't nobody tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to this podcast, shit, I didn't hear nothing until I turned like 39. So shit, yeah. Everybody different, man. Everybody different in this world, man. We all live a different life, man. We try to figure it out on our own. We try to figure it out, man. But like I said, I'm out here just trying to let people know how I feel. And, you know, maybe you feel the same way, or, you know, maybe you don't like to talk about stuff and, you know, you just want somebody to say they've been through it and help you out. Man, I'm here, man. I'm here to open up the dialogue. That's what I've been saying. And that's what I'm going to keep saying, is to open a dialogue. Everybody not going to agree with me. Everybody not. I get that. Everybody not. But I don't want everybody. Nah, I ain't going to stop lying. I do want people. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it always real on here. You know what I mean? I was just about to say I don't care. You know what I mean? People, you know, I want people, you know, but I understand that people not. You know what I mean? Not everybody going to agree with what I do. And a lot of times what I talk about, a lot of people text me or I see in person and be like, hey, so I see you did this or you talked about this. How do you feel about that? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm open for the dialogue, you know what I mean? And the thing I had to learn when I started this show or this podcast was you can't be that thick-skinned, man. You can't just be like, I'm afraid what people say, you know what I mean? Because people will tell you all type of crazy shit. You'd be like, huh? Like, damn, okay. You know what I mean? Tell me how you really feel, you know what I mean? So, you know, hey, that's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. And like I said, for start, I appreciate everybody and all the 8 platforms that I'm on and the YouTube now. Man, we just trying to get something, just try to get a movement going, man, and just get something positive, you know, and whatever race you is, black, white, whatever. It doesn't matter to me, man. It don't matter to me. I got friends in every race. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? I like to laugh and joke, so it don't matter to me. But this is what I've been thinking about, man, is this election, man. It's crazy because you've been sitting there this election, you thinking, man, one time I looked at it, it was like 92 days to an election. And I'm like, all right, you know, cool. And then I looked at the other day, like 5 days, 6 days. I'm like, man, okay, this is moving. Like, this is going. Like, it's about to happen. And it's so much craziness going on. And everybody in the thing, who you gonna vote for, what you gonna vote for. In my opinion, I don't, I don't really know. In my life, I think it's better when you pray on something, or you think about it, you take time, or get the information that you need to make the best decision that you can. And I wanted to start a political show. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have that on there. It's just that when I looked at it, the timing for this show, for me to do the investigation that I want. I know it's just 25 minutes, mostly 28 minutes, but it takes a lot for me to get it in, just to get it in my regular life, working and everything. Yeah. So to put that on my plate, I'm not saying I won't do it, but right now I can't. I just don't have enough time, and I just didn't want to come out with nothing whack. I didn't want to oh man, that was weak. I wanted to come with something different. And I still want to work on it and see if I can find a way I can make it better, and, have topics that I could talk about, or even just information that people can know that they, they want to know. So this election that's going on is crazy, man. I never really paid attention to election. I think the last time I paid attention to election that like this is when Obama got elected. That was, the first black president, just seeing it was just so much hype around it. I don't know if it's that much hype around, being the first female vice president, black female vice president, trying to go to be vice president. I don't know if we had that much hype, man, but I think it's dope. I think it's dope. Man, it's dope. It's dope for my daughter to see. It's dope to see that, that you can dream something and it can happen. So I think that's cool too. So, yeah, man. So, to be honest, I keep it real with y'all. I'll be honest, I wasn't into no, these debates. I ain't into no debates, man. I never really watched no debate. I watched one another time and I was just like, that's just crazy, man. And this is like one of those shows where people just say crazy shit. You just watch it, you know what I mean? But, a reality show or whatever. So, when they said that they was going to do different things, like, cut the mic so they wouldn't be able to overtalk each other, shit like that. And I was like, all right, maybe I'll watch it. Maybe it should be better. I assumed that it was going to be better. Wrong. Wrong. It wasn't better. It wasn't better. And like I said, even watching the debates, I couldn't take for each candidate. I couldn't figure out one that I was like, oh, that's the one I want to vote for. I couldn't figure that. I figured that if you was already going to vote for somebody already, I didn't think they changed your mind or swayed your mind. Any candidate swayed your mind. I think you already had your mind made up. Then that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But watching it and just seeing how they just are talking, how both of them just talking about each other, but nothing really, they're not really saying anything how they're supposed to help the economy or how they're supposed to help, or if he will elect him, it's going to go to shit. I'm just paraphrasing the words, you know what I mean? But, this is how it comes out. Like, oh, if you vote for him, you crazy. That's the worst thing you could do. And so I just look into it like, the last one, Biden was like, hey, Trump was over talking to me. He's like, shut up, man. And I'm thinking to myself, this is supposed to be a presidential type of thing. Like, this ain't presidential, man. If I don't watch some stupid shit like this, I could go watch that all over TV. You know what I mean? So I just, for me, I just was like, it was just too much for me. I couldn't get it, man. I was trying my best, man. I was trying my best to try to learn something different. You know what I mean? I'm trying, but it wasn't that. It was just like somebody just over talking, and the lady just said, hold on, I'll give you a chance, and then just talking, and then it just, it was just like this the weirdest stuff. Like I seen one thing before I turned it off, I seen Trump say at one time, yeah, Biden, you got money from another place and you got money here. And then I heard that you got tons of houses everywhere. I'm thinking to myself, I'm pretty sure every person that's running for a president probably got houses everywhere. I would assume that, I think Trump got houses everywhere, even hotels. Like, I didn't get it. Like, to me, it didn't make any sense. Like, I don't understand, I guess if you want to be run for president, I don't understand. Is it just you want to save the country or you want to help out? But it seems like a harder job to do for the money that you were getting paid. And so I'm like, why would anybody want to be president? And I guess you be president because it's like you the man, I guess. But you got a lot of people talking shit to you. You got a lot of critics. So more power to somebody who want to be the president. You try. I get it. I guess if I would have had the opportunity, yeah, it seems cool. You know what I mean? But, I just, when I was younger, I just thought like, when I seen like Bush and Bill Clinton, what I mean? It just seemed like it was a little bit more classier. Back then, it was just like, straight suit and tie business type, what I mean? But now it ain't like that. Now it's just whatever, man. It's whatever, man. I get it. Everybody want to, anybody could be the president. Nah, man, anybody shouldn't be the president. Anybody shouldn't be the president. That's my opinion, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying they got to do with anything or race, but I'm just saying sometimes in life, I heard before Line said, you got to know your crowd. You got to know your room. And I think a lot of times people do know that. But I mean, I think as a president, you are over the whole United States, not, this state and this state, the whole thing. Even though you might not, the people didn't vote for you still, got to bring them together. You know what I mean? So, one thing I keep hearing about that's big right now about who you voting for is the taxes. I'm like, taxes. Everybody's saying taxes, taxes. And I'm like, unfortunately, I'm not in that tax bracket to where it would matter to me because, I guess they could tax me more. But at the end of the day, it's like if somebody raised gas, I'm not going to, I'm still going to have to drive my car. Like I'm just going to have to put gas in. It's not something that I'm going to pay too much attention to, that's just to life for me. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, it happens like, damn, they raised the gas. All right, and that cost me more to fill it up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand what that part is. So, I was like, let me look into this. You know what I mean? Let me look into this tax thing. So what I keep hearing that Biden, if he is elected, he wants to put a $400,000 tax on people. So people who make over $400,000, he wants to put a bigger, make them pay a little bit more taxes. Maybe not a lot, because, 400,000, you got to pay taxes on, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? So I looked into it and I'm like, $400,000, I don't know. But do you know $400,000 fewer than 1% of Americans are make over $400,000 a year? 1%. 1%. That's crazy to me. I mean, because you like everybody, hey, you're just a regular cat, be like, oh man, you're gonna raise the taxes. Now I get it. They say, 400,000 is a starting point, but he really is gonna when he get in, he's going to repeal it and go down. And I'm thinking to myself, if that's your case of saying why you voting for this person is because your taxes, I would assume that I keep hearing that Biden is supposed to be in with the tech world and they got tons of money. If you talk about Facebook and Google and all of these guys supposed to be with Biden, they got tons of money. You think they don't want to pay taxes? You know what I mean? So he's going to figure out a way. Like I said, they're going to figure out a way. But going back to the $400,000, right? So I did this, I got this from the U.S. Census Bureau. The average income in the U.S. is $68,703. Huh? Okay, I get that. So when I looked at it, this one site I seen from Stata in 2019, 10% of Americans made over 200,000. 15% made over 149,000. And 16.5% made over 74,000. 11% made over 49,000. Huh? So, when we talk about certain stuff about, this is what's going to happen and what you got to deal with, the taxes, most of the people, figure 1% of Americans make over 400,000. 1%, man. 1%. It's the chances that you don't even know anybody that make $400,000. I guess if you had a lawyer, the lawyer could make over 400,000. Maybe you know a doctor. Maybe you know a professional player, or anybody that that's maybe in entertainment or something like that can make that. But it's rare that you see somebody making $400,000. And $400,000, I could live on $400,000. I can live real good in $400,000. And then I'm reading certain stuff, it's so many things, loopholes and taxes that if you had a right person to do your taxes, even if you made close to $400,000, you can figure it out to, deduct certain stuff and bring it down from less than 400,000. So the thing about saying that's the big thing is the taxes thing, man. People gonna pay taxes. People gonna pay taxes, and I just think that if you don't have money, you just there. You just gonna take it. People that make money don't want to pay taxes, but you gonna have to pay taxes. I get it. You know what I mean? If I made more than 40, I'd be want to pay taxes too. I'd be mad if they taking a certain amount of money from me. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's crazy though. It is crazy, and like I said, it's coming up. You know what I mean? It's coming up this Tuesday, man. So like I always say, if you feel everything is going right now, keep it the same. Vote the same. If you think you need a change, you just need a different. You just need just to get refreshed with something else that's different. And I understand that part too, but like I said, if you like it's the same, I understand everybody is different. You know what I mean? Everybody's different in what they believe in or what they think they want to. I understand it, man. So like I said, I'm not on the show judging anybody for who you vote for. That's who you vote for. That's it. You know what I mean? But you can't vote for somebody and then complain because you already know, especially if you already went through 4 years of this. I mean, you can't say, oh, you were surprised or you just stuck or come on, man. Come on, man. That just, it's just a lot. But like I said, man, we got to get out and vote, man. And unless you can, you know what I mean? I mean, just saying if you can't get away from work, man, you know what I mean? If you turn in your early ballots, man, that's cool. If you can get it, you know what I mean? I understand because, in my case, I had issues because I was born in Little Rock, Arkansas, and I didn't have a birth certificate. So, where I'm at now, I'm not registered. So I had to figure it out, trying to figure that part out. I had to get my birth certificate sent in so I can get a new ID. So, I get it. I mean, but if you try, as long as you try to do, do your part, you know what I mean? So, as long as you try to do your part, sometimes it don't work out. And I know that in life, it don't work out, but you try, you know what I mean? As long as you try, that's all you can do, man. Like my mom used to say, nothing beats a failure but a try. You know what I mean? So, hey, go out there and do what you do, man. Do what you feel, man. Don't let nobody persuade you because they telling you this and that and, you feel like you'll be looked at funny, man. Vote for who you want to vote for, man. Vote for who you want to believe in. Vote for what you know what I mean? It's up to you. It's you. It's your vote. It ain't nobody else's vote. It's your vote. Remember, and if you're African American, you didn't have those rights. You know what I mean? So whoever you want to vote for, man. Now last week I had a story about black men more voting for Trump, and that's on you, man. That's what you want to do, man. If you think that's making you better and you think that's gonna help, that hey, man, more power to you. But I'm hoping we open up the dialogue so that we can talk about what's your reasoning for doing it. You know what I mean? You can't just say, oh, this person's stupid, so I'm not going to vote for him. I mean, come on. That's not really saying anything. A lot of people do that, or this person stole this money, or this person that. Come on, man. Politics is a slimy game, man. So when you start pulling fingers and be like, oh, this person don't do this and this person do that, I guess you just got to take the best with the good with the bad and figure out which one has the less flaws. I mean, to me, that's what I'll do. Which one has the less flaws, and I could just agree with this part, agree with this part. All right, I'm gonna have to vote for you because you got the most checks boxes what I need, in my life, or for the next 4 years. I'm just trying to look for the future too. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So if you can't just get out there and vote, man, you got to do that. You got to do that, man. And whoever you want to vote for, it doesn't really matter, man. It's up to you. It's your ballot to vote, and hey. Vote who you want to vote for. So, man, let me end this show on this. Always thinking about these stories, and I got a couple of pilots that call me and be like, "Hey, man, are you ever gonna run out of stories?" And I'm like, "Man, I don't know, man. The stories come to my head, and I think about them. I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna just talk about this story." So, this story was basically, I had a job and I worked on a recycling line and I supervised the recycling line. So, if you don't know what a recycling line is, like a trash recycling line, but not really trash, more or less like, it's trash, but it's like department store trash, mall trash, you know what I mean? Like it's not residential trash, if I could be clear. And so it would be a line, and this line would be, people would be on a line, they would be sorting it to get recycling stuff like cans, cardboard, paper, milk cartons and certain stuff, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, hard plastic. But most common is cans, you know, because cans is worth, you know, money, you know what I mean? Because I think cans would, you know, pay for most people's salary at that place in a couple of days, and people just throw away, you know what I mean? I guess when it says some people trash and somebody treasure, you know what I mean? People's making money off people throwing their stuff away. And so it was there, and it would just be so crazy because this line would go past and it would be trash. You know, maybe trash going by and you'll be seeing it. And every so often you would smell different smells, you know what I mean? So it would be like, you know, you know, you have a potpourri smell, then you would have a bad smell, then you would have a old food smell, then you would have, and it would go all night, and it'd be 8 hours, 10 hours if we had to do overtime. And you know, you would do it like that. And you just smell all crazy shit, and you will see animals, carcasses be on there, you know what I mean? And, you know, just all type of crazy stuff you would see on there because people throw away all type of stuff on accident or whatever, or they just throwing it away just to get it away. And at one time I seen this guy, I just seen him. I couldn't see from where I was at, my vantage point. So I said, let me go over and see what he was doing because I seen him keep grabbing these white things off the thing, but I couldn't tell what it was. So I get there over and I asked him, I say, what are you grabbing off the line? He says, he said, bowling pins. I'm like, bowling pins, what? So this man had a whole set of bowling pins, like a whole alley, like a whole alley. If you go bowl, that whole pins, I don't know how many pins in there. He had those. And I'm like, dude, what are you going to do with those? He says, I don't know. I'm like, dude, you can't take that off the line, especially not that. What are you going to do with that? I mean, these are real bowling pins. They like this big, bro. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing with all these, taking these down? He's like, I thought they were cool. I'm like, I guess they're cool, but you can't take them down like that. What are you going to do with them? So he just, you know, that was one of the things that was just tripping me out because people would just try to take stuff off the line because they would see it and they was like, oh, it's trash, so I could just take it. But, you know, the policy is you can't take stuff off the line. So what we would have, since it was trash, we would have tons of rats, man, like rats. I mean, like rats like this big, man. I kid you not, like this big. And that's just the body. The tail still was like this. Hey, you know what I mean? And I'm the type of person, I don't really mess with these rats. These rats were, you know what I'm saying? You know, rats where they'll bite you and kill you. You know what I mean? These ain't no pet store rats, man. These are gutter rats, you know what I'm saying? Sewer rats, you know what I'm saying? The worst of the worst. You know, Master Splinter, you know what I mean? Like, these are cold rats, like big rats where you see them and they don't take off running. They look at you like, man, you better get away from me. Even if you got 200 pounds on them, they ain't even tripping. You know what I mean? And so one night, usually you have these on the line. So we have like something to where knock them off the line. So, you know what I mean? Nobody can, when people be sorting stuff, they be paying attention to what they doing. You don't want them to not pay attention and a rat bite them or something like that. And you get rabies or whatever you can get from them, you know what I'm saying, from rats, cause, you know, they're nasty. And so what I would have to do if I see them, I would have to push them off, you know, the thing so that they can go. I do this like 2 or 3 times a day. So it wasn't like I wasn't, you know, sure about this. And sometimes you get like, oh, knock them off, whatever. Well, this night was different. This night was different. And what I say about different is because I was there and I knocked the rat off. At least I thought I knocked him off. I knocked him off and I heard because I was like assistant and the other supervisor, he's like, oh, I think you knocked him off. And I thought I knocked him off. So I turned around, you know, to come back, to walk back to this control panel. And all of a sudden I hear one of the coworkers go, hey, man, hey. And usually when people say that, that's either you about to run into something or something behind you, or you about to make an accident, you know, something like that. All of a sudden I turn around, the rat climbs back over. I don't know if I knocked him off, like I knocked him off and he must have grabbed hold like he was on Die Hard or something. He uses little fingers or something to hold on. He climbs up, gets back over on a thing, and he's looking at me and I'm like, oh, no. It was the weirdest shit. He's looking at me like, bro, it's oh. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, no. In my mind, everybody looking, I'm thinking to myself, you're going to have to make a decision right now. Either you take off running and act like you hella scared or fighting back. You know what I mean? I'm thinking like, this rat ain't gonna fight me. There's no way. There's no way this rat is gonna rush me. Wrong. The rat rushed me. He rushes me, and I'm sitting there, I'm out my mind like, no, this big ass rat ain't chasing me. So I'm running, I got the stick still in my hand, so I'm poking it while it's coming at me. It's coming at me though. I'm poking it. He ducking and dodging me. I'm like, oh no. As I look behind me, I'm getting closer to steps and going down the steps. So I get all the way down the steps. Not all the way, but halfway, I'm still poking at him. He's still coming. He moving around the goddamn stick. You know what I mean? So eventually I'm getting to a point like, oh no, bro, like this ain't gonna end well. You know what I'm saying? He bite me, he gonna kill me. That's what I know. That's that's what I do. He bite me, he gonna kill me. I know I'm dead. So I can't die. I can't die today. You know what I'm saying? I can't die today. So I gave him one jug. I gave him another jug in his belly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He goes up like this. And I swear, I'm sitting there like, oh no, boom. And he falls, he tumbles off the steps and go the other way. Boom. I thought I came up. I thought I had won the Ultimate Fighter thing. You know what I'm saying? Even though this is a rat that's weighed like 3 pounds, but you couldn't tell me nothing. He probably could kill me. I know he did. He bite you, he kill you. That's what I knew. That's what I thought. No. But it tripped me out because I was seriously like, dude, I'm going to lose my life. I'm fighting for my life with this rat, man. And hey, it tripped me out because now I'm like, man, God, man, I thought I was dead that day. You know what I'm saying? But man, that tripped me out. But like, man, I just tripped out how crazy that was that I would have to knock those rats down like that. And this turn, like he just really was like, he was like, it's on. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I knocked a couple of his partners down. It was on. During the time it was on, he was fighting back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit scared the shit out of me. I'll tell you that much, man, because I'm like I said, man, my daughter always laughs at me because I don't really care for birds. And it's not the part I don't care for birds. I just don't like things that fly or things that small that can get on you and climb on you and you can't really do shit to them. You know what I'm saying? Like they can do something to you before you can get them off of you. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to tell you, I wanted to share that story with you, man. I had that in my mind and I was sitting there like, dude, that story is the stupidest shit, man. But yeah, man, just get out and vote, man. Get out and vote, man. Do whatever you want to vote for, man. Whoever it is. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody deter you from voting for who you want to vote for. You want to vote for Trump, vote for Trump. If you want to vote for Biden, vote for Biden. Don't let people tell you what you know what I mean? Because if you keep listening to people, man, you ain't never gonna do what you need to do. You know what I mean? So, like I said, get out and vote, man. Get out there and represent, man. Early ballots, if you turn them in, man, you know, all props to you. And people who gonna do that Tuesday, gonna stand up long lines, man. It's worth it. Just to get your voice heard, you know what I mean, and you know, feel like you did something, you know what I mean. So get out and vote, man. And you know, hopefully I have a show up, you know what I mean. I'm trying to come up, I'm gonna talk about it, you know what I mean. I'm gonna talk about it, you know what I mean. Shit, I may, if I can't, well, you know, I can't, but I wish I could just come up that night and throw a show on, you know what I mean, and do one like that. But you know what I mean, I probably do one Wednesday, man, just because you know it's big like that. But like I always appreciate everybody listening to this, you know what I mean? Wherever you do, listen to it, watch it, YouTube, whatever. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully, Lord willing, everything, you know, I'll be back up with a new episode and we may have another president doing 4 more years or we may have a new president, you know what I mean? So, hey, I'll see y'all then.